Greetings, dear friends. Welcome to another new episode here, Connecting with God. I'm your sister, Jennifer Ogembo. Saving is a culture practiced all over the world. I'm sure our parents have taught us the value of saving. We save for various reasons. For example, to protect what we value most. As parents, we sacrifice and deny ourselves the luxuries of our lives to protect the future of our children. God, our Creator, also does the same to those He values. That is you and me. He sent His only Son to die for our sins once and for all. And we read this in Hebrews chapter 10, verse 10. So our topic for today is surviving on stale bread and water. A man working in a far distant factory saved money over a long period of time to buy a ticket to board a ship to his country to see his family he had missed for a number of years. He succeeded to get just enough money to buy the ticket. He did not have any reserve money. He carried some bread and water to feed himself throughout the journey, and this journey would take many days. His bread became dry and stale, and his water was diminishing. One day, a fellow traveler, out of concern, asked him why he always remained in his cabin while others enjoyed the meals and other luxuries that were provided. He answered that he only had enough money to buy the ticket and no extras for the meals and other necessities. By this time, his bread had dried and became stale. His drinking water was diminishing. The concerned gentleman asked if he could see his ticket. "Brother, let me see your ticket. Turn the back. Look at it." At the back of the ticket, all the provisions of the travelers were indicated. This included all the meals and other luxuries in food. In fact, he could even play games, he could go swimming, he could watch movies. This gentleman was free to enjoy all the services that the ship crew could provide him. At the back of the ticket, the provisions of the travelers were indicated. The friend felt sorry for him, for he was starving and was just confined to his cabin, missing out on what his fellow travelers enjoyed. Unfortunately, the journey had only a few days to end. Oh, what a regret. Brethren, let's look at this gentleman's story. He had no knowledge of what he paid for. Perhaps out of ignorance, lack of prior exposure, his background, and the fear of perceived cost implication. He also confined himself in his cabin and never took a step to interact with his fellow sailors. How does this sound? Does it sound familiar to us? How often do you miss out on things to enjoy life? How often do you suffer in silence? How often do we confine ourselves in our comfort zones? That lies deep within our hearts. We know ourselves and what we go through in life. Let's not forget that there is God who searches our hearts deeper and brings out our inner intent. He knew us even before our existence. We read this in Psalms 139. He has good plans not to harm us, but to prosper us. This is a promise in Jeremiah 29, verse 11. In our daily life encounters, let us seek the knowledge and wisdom of God and discern, lest we end up being like the sailor who lost the value of what he had paid for. Do not languish in sin. Do not overburden yourself with worries and cares. Instead, cast all to Jesus, for he said in Matthew 11:29, "My yoke is easy, my burden is light, and you will find rest for your souls." Brethren, our souls need rest. Jesus Christ offered himself as a perfect sacrifice for remission of our sins once and for all. And he presents us before God blameless. The price was paid in full on the cross. Therefore, brethren, we have no reason or excuse not to enjoy life in full, the glory of God, and the joy of salvation. All you need to do is to turn to Jesus, for he cares for you. You also find in John 10:10 that he gives us life in abundance, life in full. Brethren, this story touches our daily life. Let us learn from it and grow in our quest and knowledge and wisdom from God. So as we end, I just ask you kindly to share to impact someone else's life. If you are new to this channel, please subscribe. And so, till next time, we'll meet, and this is your sister, Jennifer Ogembo. Goodbye for now, and may God bless you.